Welcome to Movie World Plus, and we are live in Vegas. I'm here with Lewis, Jody, Joe, and look, Optimus Prime is here. Optimus Primal. Oh my gosh, we just got out of the Warner Brothers panel, and we're going to break it down for you. And we're about to see The Flash in 2 hours. Are you as excited as I am?
I couldn't be more excited. I'm ready. I'm hyped, especially after watching that trailer. Give me this movie, but I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Sorry. Kudos to amazing badass Steph, the engineer, who's helped us sort this out. YouTube, you really suck. We'll get to that later.
I second that.
I cannot. Google has made this so hard to stream for you guys. I don't know why. I'm going to try to figure it out before the Flash screening. But here we are. Let's talk about Warner Brothers. What's up, my man? Lewis is here.
What's up?
Lisa's here. Hey, Lisa. And we got Race Report. We're outside Caesars. All right, let's break it down. The Warner Brothers panel, I would say, it was overall pretty fire. A little long at times. That was my only criticism. I think some of the executives went a little too long. Some of the panels were a little too long. They could have tightened that down. If they weren't showing us a movie, it did need to be 2.5 hours. In my opinion, that was my only negative. But I got to say, overall, mostly positive. It started with a really good montage that just got me very emotional.
Beautiful.
Like the 100 years of Warner Brothers. I do want to start there because it sets the tone.
History, yes.
You were watching history. You're watching all these movies. Christopher Reeve's Superman showed up, and we all were feeling it. Like, it was really well edited. Huge props to whoever edited that that piece for Warner Brothers, from Shawshank to Wonder Woman to everything. Dirty Hat.
The montage of the Batman.
Oh, the Batman was so cool. All the actors playing the Batman. They skipped George Clooney and Val Kilmer.
I didn't even see Adam West.
Yeah. But anyway, it was like the recent film ones.
They forgot one of the Jokers, and he's damaged. That's all I'm gonna say. He's a damaged Joker.
They skipped Jared Leto. But overall, yeah, it started out, and then they brought out the elusive David Zaslav, which I've heard all this stuff about. The new guy in charge of Warner Brothers Discovery.
Amazing.
And I gotta say, like, I was very intrigued as he came out, because I've heard things in industry reports, and I was like, all right, I get to finally see this man in person. Jody, you were taken by him. Tell us.
He completely changed my mind, and all the doubt that I had about him is completely wiped away. That man got up on stage and he poured his heart out. He's a fan. I believe in him. I buy him. He is a lot like me. What we have at the head of DC is a real OG. David Zaslav, you see. Ain't no fooling games, fool. You fool. Because DC rises all the time, you know. But in reality and honesty, and to be, blunt, DC's coming and Marvel's got problems, bro. Because this fool Zaslav, he ain't playing, bro. He's got the talent and he's got the will and the passion to create good products. A lot of these executives get these multi-million-dollar jobs, and it's just a job. It's a chair. It's something that they're in and then they're gone. This fool is a passionate fan just like us. Hey, bro, Zaslav gets the Jody stamp of approval.
He's like old school. Like, he feels like he wants to respect the art, the filmmaker. And I've heard that's his whole shtick. But yeah, he got it. And I like what you can usually tell who the best people are in these presentations by who goes off the prompter and who just sits there and reads the prompter. Right, and he went off the prompter, and I think he gave a very eloquent, like, treating movies like church. He's like, this is the only place where we can really change lives and, like, have escapism in a world that's so divided. That's the importance of movies and the theatrical experience. He's like, we're the only studio who's like, screw that window. We are exclusively theatrical. We invest in marketing for theatrical. And then, the movie waits, and then we market again for HBO Max. And it does even better then. And when I heard him, I was like, finally, someone with actual brains realizing that, you got to spread this movie stuff out and stop being cheap, because you're devaluing your billions of dollars you're spending. It's insane.
Well, yeah, look, the main thing I got out of him is the 4 words when he started his presentation. We have a plan. That's it. It's a 10-year plan, but he said, we have a plan. That's it. That's when all bets are off, because they didn't have a plan. DC was a mess. But now, a couple hours, pretty soon, Flash looks like DC Unleashed.
Yeah, we're going to get, all right, so here was the panel. So they started there, and then they went in to surprise us that Oprah showed up with the director, and they brought in a huge presentation about The Color Purple. And when I heard this, I'm like, a remake of The Color Purple? I don't know, this could be real bad news.
And a musical.
But it's the musical. It's an adaptation of the musical, and they brought the whole cast out. Fantasia, Danielle, and Taraji Henson, from Danielle Brooks, I think it is, from Peacemaker, and Orange is the New Black.
Yep.
And they showed us a trailer. Guys, that's going to be a hit. That is a massive, massive hit.
Contender for the best movie of the year. Just what I see, the love and passion is Steven Spielberg behind this, y'all, and Oprah. That thing was amazing. It was the best panel. It was love, It was history, legacy, the music. I can't wait to hear the songs because you got talent. You got people who can sing.
Yep.
Doing these songs. It's about to be like, you know, the Wizard of Oz is popular because you got the songs. The Disney movies are popular because you got the songs. Now Color Purple is about to elevate itself. Only a few people really know about Color Purple. After this comes out with the songs, a lot of people are gonna know about
I mean,
Color
it's
Purple.
been on Broadway. I think it won some Tonys. But yes, I agree. This is going to take it to another mass appeal. I think,
Broadway.
but I think it's also not about color. Like this to me feels like it's going to be a real emotional human story where it's going to affect all audiences.
To say that,
yeah,
it's not just about Black women. It's about all women in sisterhood and finding your voice. They got emotional. Fantasia cried. Taraji got a little
it was
emotional.
real.
They all got emotional.
And it felt real. It didn't feel like a fake. Like these people clearly felt like an experience.
And I didn't feel excluded by that speech, right? Yeah. Women need each other, and it was very. I felt like that's the right word of empowering. It wasn't like in your face woke or anything, because it could come off like that as we explain it. But that was good. I think it's going to be way better than Spielberg's West Side Story. 100%,
100% looks better than West Side Story. And it just there was an energy to the footage we saw. The music sounds great. I have to say, I was sold. My only criticism was it was a little long. They were there for like a half hour, and it started. I started feeling all right. That was my only criticism of this whole panel. Someone could have tightened the ship a bit more. But you have Oprah there. Love or hate Oprah, she's an amazing host.
Yeah,
and of course they took advantage. When we had Sony last night, would bring these actors out to literally come out, read a line off the teleprompter, and then walk away. It's like, what are you doing, Sony? Like, use your talent. And I felt like Warner Brothers did a fantastic job using the talent.
I think that The Color Purple is my second most anticipated movie of this year, after The Flash.
Yeah. Oh, well, the footage got me there. I would say, because if you had just pitched me that in a room, I'd be like, I don't know.
It doesn't sound good. It don't sound too great. Like, why are you making
this seeing was
anyway?
Believing, yeah.
They're changing it up while still paying homage to the legends, and a legend is involved. It's the same people that did. It's Steven Spielberg who did the original Color Purple in 1985.
Yeah.
Which you could say put Steven Spielberg on the map.
Yes.
The Color Purple.
Transformers behind us.
And Oprah Winfrey.
100%. So, well, she was discovered.
Yeah, a lot of legends came from this movie. So you already know they're finna show love to this bad boy. So I got 100% faith in this thing.
Yeah, it feels like a lot of respect. And so I was pleasantly surprised. After that, then we brought out Margot Robbie. Jody was
before we talk about Margot Robbie, Fantasia Barrino got the biggest booty.
Yeah. You gotta look. You gotta look.
Nicki Minaj, Lizzo, all them other bitches. What's the other word? Cardi B. They ain't got nothing on Fantasia booty. And Fantasia booty is real.
He said it. Not to be crass. He said it. He whispered to me like, "Okay, I guess I'll look." Yeah. And it was impossible to deny.
I was like, God, all the white dudes on the side was like, they didn't want to. That was all.
So is this going to be? It was definitely a real 3D.
Yeah, you cannot deny that real, authentic booty, man. That shit. Sometimes you just got to be like, she got it. So now with that,
and she's got a voice. She's got a voice too. I like Fantasia a lot. So props to Fantasia with love.
So back to Barbie.
But then Barbie showed up. I mean, different booty.
It was different. Margot is a beautiful, amazing woman, and we saw her. We were like, what, 20 feet, 25 feet from her?
Yeah.
So I got to see her in like real life, right there. She looked good, y'all. She had the pink with the Barbie situation going on. Ken looked like a real life Barbie doll and shit. Like he's still acting in the movie. He was funny.
He was really funny.
He was really funny. So I think the Barbie presentation was. I'm actually more.
It got me more excited
than I was before.
Well, I don't know if they've shown Steph. I don't know if you can attest. If you can Google it, did they drop a new Barbie trailer? I don't know. We got just stepped out, so I don't know what they've shown you already. But the new trailer.
I don't think they did because we got an extended version of the one that they already released.
Well, yeah, no, but that was the teaser. This felt like a trailer. That's why I don't know if they've dropped it.
It was the same scenes, but more longer.
Well, no, they finally revealed. Anyway, they revealed the plot, which is that she leaves Barbie. They haven't revealed this. Okay. So I'm assuming it's going to drop soon, but it's like more of the beginning. But then she's like, it's all happy, happy, happy. And then Barbie's like, anyone else feel like they're going to want to die? And all of Barbie world goes, what? And so it's clearly she's having like an existential crisis.
Yeah.
And then she talks to someone who's like, you have to go outside Barbie world to the real world. And that's the movie, is you see Ken and Barbie with real people. And I got to say, it looked way more fun than I was worried. It looked really dumb. Ryan Gosling sold me. Like his whole story is about the experience of it. Like I didn't know I'd be there bleaching my tips, shaving my legs, wearing jacket shirts. And you could just tell he had like a fun to him and an energy. And overall, I think I was pleasantly surprised by Barbie. I think it will be better. You were going to say
something. Yeah, listen, this is, I think it's the reverse Pleasantville, where Pleasantville was black and white turned into color. when they started doing things that were kind of like human-ish or mortal stuff. This one's real bright and colorful until the toast gets burnt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And stuff starts to go, start to question death and stuff like that. So it looks interesting, but I'm Barbied out. I want to watch the movie now. That's it.
Yeah,
I want no more presentations.
It was fine. It was good. That was a little tighter.
Yeah.
Greta Gerwig and talked about the fact that not only was the comedy important to them, but emotion. Apparently, there were times that the cast was crying and laughing.
Yeah.
So I'm intrigued to see if this really will have an emotional weight to the Barbie movie.
Yeah.
We'll see. But I will say they did a good job getting me more hyped. And then we went into. Now I'm sorry, I gotta make. They don't let you bring your phone to take notes. Oh, that's in City or no, that's Conjuring universe.
Yes.
They brought the Conjuring and they talked. There was something before that, but they did the Nun too, and that was freaky. I don't like those movies. Jody closed his eyes because he can't watch that shit. And he was just laughing as we were jumping.
They had the nuns in the audience.
They did a big scare and then lights went off, and then they had all these nuns staring at you, and the lights went up in the crowd.
What happened that made everybody scream?
I mean, it was just jump scares. There were the nuns jump scares.
Oh, okay.
There was a few jump scares. Like there were two moments, right? Even I was like,
I got scared twice.
legitimately, because it's dark theater, loud noise. They knew how to do it.
Yeah.
So they did that, and then they brought out. I didn't know. Louis filming at Vera Farmiga has a sister
Formiga?
who looks exactly like her, but younger. And I didn't know she was in the Nun, but she plays the younger sister of her sister.
That's her twin. How do you make another version that looks exactly like the original, but younger?
They did it. Hollywood's like, yes.
Crazy.
How do we do more of that?
What was her name? What's her older sister's name?
Vera Farmiga.
Vera Farmiga, Bates
Departed. Yeah.
Vera Farmiga. She has the most beautiful eyes in Hollywood, next to Eva Green.
Yeah, she's gorgeous, and now her sister. And anyway, when her sister came out and seeing it, we were all just like,
yeah,
that looks just like her. It was crazy.
Incredible.
I was more interested in the movie, if I'm being honest. I'm sure the movie's it does look better the first Nun. And so we'll see what happens. Yeah. And then we had I'm trying to go through everything else we saw. Oh, Meg 2, The Trench with Jason Statham. He didn't show up, but they showed a trailer, and it was full crazy. More Megs. It looks ridiculous, but I say that with love because I'm like, I want to see it.
I think it's gonna be fun.
I want to see it.
It's Sharknado toned down with a good budget.
Exactly, like really good budget. The effects were good. Exactly. It starts like sort of Jurassic World, like a little creature gets bitten by a big one, and then a bigger lizard eats that, and then a T-Rex eats that, and then you think T-Rex, but then the Meg comes out to eat the T-Rex to show the
it's like the Godzilla 1998 trailer where they show the T-Rex skeleton, and then Godzilla steps on it to show you size does matter. Well, now the T-Rex gets eaten by a massive
megalodon,
megalodon.
And it was fun. I don't know. Steph, you can let me know if Warner Brothers, maybe go to Twitter. We'll see. But it was a fun trailer. Expect that trailer. A lot of people are like, oh, you can't get hurt by this. And they're like, no, we're going to eat everybody in this movie because we're going balls out to have fun. So I did enjoy that one. And then they showed us, before we go to DC, what else? Oh, Dune 2. Dune 2.
Norfest.
And Wonka. We're gonna go. That's what we missed.
Oh yeah.
Dune 2. Look, I liked Dune, but I'm not obsessed with Dune. This looks like the more exciting Dune.
Greatest thing I ever got. Watch the first Dune. Man, freak ambient. Put on Dune. Just lay down, turn the lights off, turn on Dune, and have yourself the best freaking good nighttime sleep you ever had.
It's a lot of sand.
Yeah, it's a lot of sand and a lot of just standing around.
Yeah, it's a lot of standing around in sand. It's true. Like you got to really be invested, and it's beautiful. I like Denis Villeneuve a lot as a director.
I respect the craft.
He's great. But I'm like, do I have to? I'm like, I guess I got to rewatch the first one for this. I'm like, do I? Yeah, that's my problem with this franchise. A lot of people do like it. I'm like on the fence. This one does look more exciting, and he said it like that was the appetizer. This is the meal, and I'm like, all right, well,
it looks better.
It does look better.
It looks better. It's
a lot of Zendaya.
Listen, remember the first one was during the pandemic, so the budget was actually toned down. I know they lowered the budget for that with the VFX. This one's getting a theatrical release, and it's got a good momentum, so I feel like it's going to be much better.
Best part of it was seeing Zendaya.
Yeah.
Her outfit was popping. That fashion designer that she's beefing with, that was her friend. She don't need him because she's doing good without him. She had a back out type of situation on, and she has a nice aura to her. Yeah, everybody says Zendaya's not all that. And you're right, she's not all, but she has something else going for her that makes her like all that.
Yeah, I agree.
So she is beautiful, and I think that she radiated more than Margot Robbie did. I was more impressed with the presence of Zendaya than I was over Margot
She's
Robbie.
becoming a movie
about
star.
Yeah.
I'll acknowledge it. She's got a good energy, a good aura. She feels fun, nice. Denis Villeneuve is awful on stage. Like he kept messing up and he felt uncomfortable. I know it's the language thing, but I like him a lot. But definitely let the cast do the selling of the movie.
There was another foreigner that was worse than Denis Villeneuve.
Oh, we'll get there. Andy Muschietti. All right, so that was Dune, and then Wonka. I gotta do Wonka.
You ready for this conversation?
Oh man! All right, look, they made it. It's just Harry Potter. They made a and it's from the creators of Harry Potter, lazy Harry Potter world. But it's Wonka now, and it's young Wonka. Timothy Chalamet plays young Wonka, and I'm sorry, I don't dislike Timothy Chalamet. I know he's got a lot of fans. He was not good. I did not.
This cast. He does serious roles. He has always the stoic, serious face. He does very serious things, and to see him try to be aloof and goofy and Willy Wonka-ish, you just don't really buy it. It doesn't work. It doesn't look visually right. And then when he acts the part, even though I see him really trying, he's really trying to do the but it just doesn't work.
Yeah, it felt very weird because he made a point of calling out Gene Wilder, and this is like the origin to that. This is the origin of Wonka, why he got into it, and it doesn't feel like that Wonka movie. It feels way more closer to Tim Burton's Wonka. It feels like a prequel to that one, and so it was weird. He didn't mention Johnny at all, even though I know he's a huge Johnny fan. He just made that very clear. He did the Edward Scissorhands. I think he took this role because he's trying to be Johnny. But I do not see any Johnny Depp vibe in him. Like he just doesn't have that same energy to me. And I don't mean to just be so disrespectful because I don't hate the guy. He's been fine in other stuff. But in this, I was sore. I was like, no, they could have found someone way funner to play Wonka if they were going to do this. That said, I'm still like bored. It's from the creator of Paddington. And imagine like that type of tone in like Harry Potter City, jumping around. The best part was at the end, which was I guess a little bit of a spoiler, but it's going to be announced. I'm sure people are doing it. They showed the Oompa Loompa, and it was the OG Oompa Loompa. Oh, thank you. Sorry, I can't see what I'm looking at. OG green and orange Oompa Loompa, and it was Hugh Grant put onto a little Oompa Loompa, and that was the best part by far. That was funny.
It's funny.
That made more sense. I like that element. So we'll see. I could see it probably doing well. I love the remake.
It did money because of Dune. It's a Warner Brothers Connect. It's a plug. It's a favor. It's a pat on the back. Thank you for doing Dune and being in the Warner Brothers family. Here, we'll hook you up with this.
We have a Wonka franchise. Do another
stick
franchise.
Stick around. Give us 5 more movies. Let's do a deal.
Yeah, it was a studio deal. It feels like, but me, I'm not excited. We'll see. It could still do well, but Wonka didn't blow me away. Am I missing anything? If we missed something, shows Warner Brothers.
This movie should not have been made. Why are you even making Wonka for the 3rd time?
I don't know, because that's franchise. They need IP. They do it. There wasn't anything original.
It's a prequel.
Did they show anything original?
Then what was that?
No, this is a prequel to the '60s one.
Well, it's unclear what it is. That's what he said. Did they show an original movie there? Everything was IP based or sequel, right? Are we missing something? Are we missing something? Did Lisa remember it either? She was there. Oh, you weren't there. Barbie, that's still IP.
Oh, that's not an IP.
They have no original.
Okay, so just so you know, I've worked PR with a lot of movie people behind the scenes. They say people are not gravitating to stuff that's not part of a franchise.
That's true.
And it's kind of like we would like to complain, but it's kind of like the audience's fault. They're not going to invest to lose money. Yeah. So people start to watch more original stuff. Invested. There's a lot of great original stuff. Look out. So
Warner Brothers did not bring any of that. They showed a lot of it. It's in like.
I'm not going to afford. It's fine. We like what it was.
Yeah, it was good.
Not having an original IP. Yeah,
that's the one thing I'll give Sony props is they definitely were trying to show more original IP last night.
They're not as legendary as Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers has been around 100 years. You thought of all the ideas mostly. So I understand a newer studio is going to come up with some stuff because they kind of have to, right? So
yeah, well, that was that. I don't think we're missing anything else. I apologize if we forgot it. That escaped us. Then we went to the DC panel. James Gunn did a clip like "Hello to everybody," and then he wasn't there. He was busy promoting Guardians, which he said. Peter Safran showed up, and I was underwhelmed just because we've seen everything they showed us. I felt like we saw already. They showed us the a little bit more of Aquaman. Let's talk about that. We talked about a Popcorn Planet.
Yeah, that's right.
They did not mention Amber once. They didn't mention her once. That was clearly shade towards showing Amber. However, she was shown 2 or 3. It seemed he saw a third. I thought I saw 2, but he saw 3 shots of Amber in the trailer, so she's in it. But overall, the movie, were you at all?
I'm starting to think that maybe some haters is lurking afoot. I heard that everyone is saying that Aquaman and the Last Kingdom is a dumpster fire. It's it's pressed bad. People think it's a mess. I don't think I see that as much because this got a lot of action in it. There's a lot going on. This does look like it could be more messy, but I kind of like what I saw.
You like the first one though too, right?
I like the first one.
Yeah,
a
that's
lot.
the difference. You didn't, right?
That's the key. It looks like the first one, so I didn't enjoy the first one. But I actually like the interaction, him and his brother.
Yeah,
that was a little funner. But it's a CGI festival, and I kind of like that and AH in there. I'm kind of like.
Did they drop that trailer? Because they add a very mystical element into the Lost Kingdom that could reverse the tides and really give this fool Aquaman trouble. And I kind of like what they did there.
I'd be
Mando
shocked if
looks
they did.
good.
I'd be shocked if they released that trailer because today I think they want to focus on Flash, and they dropped that trailer. Yeah, I think that's it. If you like the first one, this one looks like a bigger version of the first one.
I think more people like this trailer. I think,
it's gonna make money. It's gonna whether people like it or not. Because Amber, besides the point, that it's gonna make money. Blue Beetle, we saw pretty much the extended trailer of the first one. I don't hate it. I'm not like I do like the cast, the director from Puerto Rico seemed nice. Like I'm rooting for it. Yeah. I'll say, like I'm rooting for it. What do you think, Mr. Latinx?
Well, okay, so something interesting. The studio's not using Latinx a word. So guys, get on there and start trolling Warner Brothers and tell them that they're homophobic.
No, they're not. It's good.
No, I know. I'm kidding, but I've been called that too. So that there were obviously people of different backgrounds introducing the film, and they all use the word Latino because that is already all inclusive. That's a side note. Longer trailer, more action, more CGI. It looks like fun, but the line where Batman is the fascist is still on there. I don't know why, but okay.
I mean, it's a joke. I don't. Yeah. He's playing like a political side. Like George Lopez is making a joke.
Yeah, but maybe if
it's not like a real.
Maybe it's because it's him.
Yeah, I didn't. It doesn't offend me. It's a character.
Hey, what's up, man? I'm George Lopez, man. You know, all I do is clean trash because I'm Latino, I'm Mexican, Holmes. Yeah,
no, guy. He looks just like him. Who's worse, Lopez or Leguizamo?
Leguizamo's intellectual, so he should know better than that. So I think Lopez is dumb. It's just dumb. Leguizamo should know better because he's actually an intelligent person and chooses evil. You know, ignorance. You're ignorant. You do evil stuff, dumb stuff.
But you'd think Lewis would be so pumped for this movie to finally get a Latino superhero.
I like
indifferent.
I like Xolo Meninguenga.
You should be rooting for this movie.
I am rooting for it, man, but it's gotta give me a little bit more beef. You know, I'm not a shill.
It seems like Blue Beetle is very under the radar, and that's kind of where they pivoted it and put it at. You know, they don't really know if this franchise is going to go on. Yeah. They don't know if this director's going to do a good job. They don't know if this movie is even good because we're not hearing anything about it, and we're not hearing anything about it for a reason because it's not a big movie like that. It's just something that's going to come out that's going to be on the level of like Shazam: Fury of the Gods, but way better. I think so. Yeah, so I like what I saw. The director seems cool. He seems earthly. Yeah, and shit like that. So
I did like the director, Puerto Rican guy, and he seemed like he was into it. He seemed fun. So I'm rooting for it, but we'll see.
I'm rooting for it. My prediction is going to be a little better than we.
That's the same director that's
doing this one, is it?
I believe it is. Yes?
No. This is a different director, but it does have the cast from West Side Story. So it's like. Okay.
And then we saw the Flash trailer that just dropped for everybody else. It's public. You guys may have seen it. So you guys saw it. There's not much news to put there. We did see Andy Muschietti, like it sounded like spaghetti. Yeah, Muschietti. It was like more like spaghetti, not Shetty. I like him a lot. I'm rooting for him. He's not a great presenter. I think he was struggling up there. He's not talent. He's creative behind the scenes. And but no disrespect, but it was just like it didn't add too much. Their exchange was like almost like, why'd you even do this? Just show us the footage. You know what I mean?
He didn't need to be there.
Well, it was weird because you clearly can't bring Ezra out because they're trying to I think keep Ezra away. But they hyped Ezra up.
Yes.
Andy gave a lot of love to Ezra.
He really did.
Said it's his best performance. It was so amazing. One of the best he's ever worked with. Like he's doing that. And I would want nothing more than for Ezra to be telling us the truth and actually seeking help and getting help and then hopefully being a better person. Great. I'm all for redemption stories if you take accountability and you do it right. But I know a lot of people are upset with him. So I will report more on that after we see the film and we'll get more from it. But we are seeing the film in a couple hours. Oh my God, the Flash is coming.
Hours now.
It's insane. It's insane. So there it is. That was the full Warner Brothers panel. I hope we got it all. We had a blast. I would say Sony or Warner Brothers so far.
Warner Brothers has it. Once Color Purple came out, it was over for Sony.
Come on, man. Warner Brothers, of course.
Yeah, Warner Brothers.
I'll be sleeping in for Disney, so I'll watch it feed. Hey, I'm
but stay tuned. We will be live with our. Did we get any chat to ask?
Yeah, let's see if we got.
We'll be live for the Flash one. Yes, Steph, go ahead.
before we sign off, guys, we do have a few super chats now. Bear with us because Andy can't see the chat or anything like that, but I can.
Lewis
So
hasn't good-
it's Kim. Thank you so much. You never don't have to do this ever. $5.50 super chat saying, hope you guys are doing great. Stay safe. Absolutely. Make sure you got your Factor 50 guys on. Denise Santi, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat saying, stay cool and hydrated. Hopefully you've got your bottles of waters with you. Your battery's charged. Thank you for your content. And Gene Rick, one of the OGs, $2.99 super chat with Mr. Green Blob with the fist pump situation going on. So thank you so much for your support on Movie World Plus. Really appreciate you guys.
And thank you, Steph, for making this work. Sorry for the technical problems are insane. My Google phone won't confirm me. I couldn't go live from Lewis's phone or my laptop, and the service on my Verizon iPhone sucks. I'm looking at you, Android. I think it's time I do a change because their phones are way better. Apple iPhones suck. So we'll try and sort that out, but sadly I don't have time to do it today. So I'm going to sort out tonight. Our Flash screening review will be live immediately following the Flash. It's going to be late tonight. I think it's like 7 p.m. I think we're done Pacific time.
7.
So 10 Eastern, but we'll be as live as fast as we can afterwards to give you our initial reaction straight at the theater. Steph might even be waking up late in the morning to actually help us
I'll be
do
on
it.
Twitch, guys. I'll be on
And then
Twitch
he'll be on
later.
Twitch.
I'll be on Nerd
But
Report.
we will be reporting that like crazy because that's an important one. We want to react immediately following. So I think Steph is going to go to sleep and then wake up to actually patch us in so we don't have any technical problems because I don't want you guys to miss that Flash reaction. That's going to be a biggie. And I let's end on there. I'm expecting thrills, chills, and tears in the Flash. Jody?
Pure epicness, superhero orgasm, love, emotion, and just over the top, amazing jizz of seeing so many characters on screen with an amazing Michael Keaton Batman.
He looks so good in that new trailer.
Yeah.
Finally, DC movie that feels like they own all the IP and they have everything to work with, and a few Kryptonians maybe showing up. I can't wait. Oh my God. Kiss me right now, Jody.
And they're not afraid of like color and hope.
Yeah, there's
and
color,
like, oh
there's
my
hope,
God.
there's hope, there's
It looks
optimism,
lit.
there's
It
tear
looks lit,
jerky.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Ezra
man.
Miller looks, and I
Yeah.
admit it, Ezra Miller looks like he's gonna give a good performance.
Ezra
I saw
Miller.
some emotional
Yes.
scenes from
Yes.
on that dude's face. So
I'm holding out hope.
We rooting for Ezra Miller. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Fix yourself or whatever's going on. I was rooting for him. Dude, we know you have the talent. Let's do it, man. We're
not
on
no
the
more, dog. You choked out a woman.
All right.
You threw a chair in somebody's face. You need to be in jail. But I understand. I get it.
All right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
No. Video footage.
There was a
footage.
video of it.
There was
Yeah,
video
there's
in the
video.
bar of when he threw the chair and
Oh, I
hit that
haven't
lady
seen
in the
that.
face. Yes.
Oh well, yeah, F that.
Yes.
That's
Yeah, I forgot about
And there's
that.
video footage of him choking the girl outside the bar. And
Oh, the Iceland
Okay,
one.
so could I say one thing? Greg Gustin at the end, please be the Flash. At the end, he reverses that. He comes back and he goes,
No.
"Damn,
Happened to
I
my
like my
face."
own body."
No. No CW. No.
CW or Ezra.
His
Ezra.
bobble, I can't. Grant Gustin's bobblehead, I can't do it. Well, there you go. Thank you, Steph. Anything else, Steph? We should add, or we covered all?
Guys, just make sure. Hey, up, yes, you can see me. Just make sure that on your way out, you subscribe to Movie World, turn the notification bell on, like this stream, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, and whatever's, and do stay tuned for a few hours' time. We will be back live on Movie World Plus to give you the review, the reaction of The Flash. Is it good? Should we see it even after all the Ezra Miller drama and legalities that have been going on with Ezra? Should we still see it? I think Andy will clue us in on that one. But Andy, you take it away. Anything
Final
else
word.
to say,
Thank
mate?
you. Thank you, Steph, for helping us make sure this didn't all turn to shit, which it almost started to. Sorry, I'm looking at some of the chats. Thank you. Yeah, I shipped Jody and Lewis. Me too.
Yes.
We'll be. I'm gonna be all over this later. Woo! Once it's all done. But thank you. I thank them. Glad Jody got to come out. Support Jody's Corner. Support Nerd Report. Support Grayson Report over there.
Grayson Report.
And Seth the Alternate. I'm so happy to be here in Vegas with these guys. We're gonna have fun today, and I can't wait to watch The Flash. Are you ready? Last time I was crying in front of Steph. You guys ready for me to cry in front of you in The Flash?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna. I think I'm gonna break
space.
tears.
It'll be a safe space.
Thank you guys for watching. Hit the subscribe. We'll see you guys tonight, later tonight for The Flash.
DC rises.